You're listening to Country Music Junkies, hosted by Patrice Whiffen. This week on Country Music Junkies, I am so pleased to be chatting with Calgary-based country music artist Aaron Pollock. Aaron, how's it going?
It's great. No complaints on my end. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I like that you said great. Most people are like, oh, I'm good. Great is a nice breath of fresh air.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so many things we can control, but got a new song coming out, and I'm happy and healthy, and so is my family and friends, so nothing I can really complain about.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, obviously, the whole world has been kind of in lockdown for a while. I know you've been working on this new single, which we'll get to in a second, but what have you been doing while in quarantine? Who have you been in quarantine with, and what have you been doing to stay busy?
Well, at the very beginning of quarantine, I kind of said to myself, I don't want to go an undeterminate amount of time without seeing my family. So I decided to kind of quarantine with my family at the start. And my mom and dad are still in Calgary, so I was hanging out with them. I think I probably got closer with my family than I even was before, which was really cool. I didn't really expect that opportunity. But the music side, quarantine's been very interesting because I do write a lot of songs just because I want to become the best writer I can possibly be, so I'm trying to write as much as I possibly can. So the amount I was writing didn't really change a whole lot during quarantine. That kind of stayed similar. What did change, though, is a lot of people were off the road and kind of less busy and looking to write more. So I had the opportunity to connect with some people across the country who I wouldn't have had the opportunity to write with before, which has been really cool. And I think I've developed some new writing relationships that probably wouldn't have happened if there wasn't a pandemic, ironically, I guess.
Absolutely.
So that's been cool. I've really enjoyed getting to speak to new people and writing a lot of new songs and just doing what I can from home, I guess.
Yeah, well, we look forward to hearing more of those songs, but of course you've got the single, I Don't Drink Whiskey Anymore. Can you dive a little bit into sort of the story of the song? I mean, you mentioned that it tells a cool story. Can you kind of tease it a little bit or tell us more about it?
So, it's called I Don't Drink Whiskey Anymore. I quit drinking 2.5 years ago, so most people, if they know me and they hear that song title, they think it's directly about my life, which it kind of is.
Wow.
But the direct inspiration for that song was something a little bit different. So I wrote it with a couple of my good friends, Chris Yurchuk, who's a Nashville-based writer, and then Annika and Spencer Cheen. And Annika used to sing lead for a band called Leaving Thomas. I don't know if you've heard of them or not.
Of course, yeah.
But she's incredibly, incredibly talented. Anyway, so Spencer went through a divorce a couple of years ago before he got together with Annika, which he's okay with me telling this story. I've cleared it with him and everything. But so what happened is that he went through a divorce and things things were rough as divorces are. And he managed to get back on his feet. And what happened after that was like a year later, he gets a text from his ex being like, hey, Spencer, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to send you this brand of whiskey that I thought you'd really like. And, he kind of thought to himself, wow, I haven't had a drop of whiskey since my ex and I broke up. This is really weird. And it just made him kind of think, like, I don't really think she knows me anymore. Like, he's moving on to red wine since, I guess. But so this whole kind of event really got us talking about how, everybody's got bad habits, and for some people, bad habits can come in a bottle, and for other people, bad habits can just be people that are in your life that maybe shouldn't be there anymore, that you'd be better off not having there. And getting rid of a bad habit is, one of the universally most difficult things that you can do, but it's also one of the most rewarding things you can do. So we wanted to write a song about kind of what that looks like and how you're sort of a different person when you get rid of a bad habit, but a lot of things do stay the same.
Interesting. That's a really cool story. I like the sort of backstory and how it relates to not only your own life, but other people's lives. I'm sure that a lot of the listeners will also be able to draw some parallels as well to their own lives. Can you describe sort of, I've heard the song, but can you describe sort of the sound and the style of it?
Yeah. So some of my other songs that I put out, like, they're a little more on the pop kind of side of things, but I would say this song is definitely the most country sounding recording that I've put out so far. It's really, like, it's got some really cool steel parts and dobro parts on it. And, you know, it's really, the production's a bit different in a way that kind of lets the song breathe a bit. It's pretty country sounding. It's got some steel and some dobro on it, which, you know, I don't really have that in any of my songs yet. And I'm really excited about it. It's got a very soulful vibe to it, while at the same time, you know, being dynamic and powerful. Spencer Cheen and Justin Cutting produced it, and I think they just did such a great job with it. I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Awesome. Well, fans, be sure to check out I Don't Drink Whiskey Anymore by Aaron Pollock, available as of July 10th. Aaron, if fans want to connect with you, they can go to aaronpollock.ca. We'll include a link to your website in the posting of this interview. But what about social media? Where can they hit you up?
I'm on Instagram. It's Aaron Pollock Music. Twitter at apollockmusic. I have a Facebook page. I'm on all the social media. So, yeah, they're all on my website, too. If you want to go there, you can find a list of them. But, yeah, I'm on the internet if you want to find me. My music is out there.
Love it. Well, Aaron, thank you so much for chatting with us. Really appreciate it. I know you're busy, and fans, be sure to check it out. Again, we're chatting with Calgary-based country music artist Aaron Pollock. Aaron, thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me today. I really enjoyed it.